everyone. Today's another episode of How to Build a Competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Now, in the last video, we talked about pattern recognition and knowing when both your and your opponent proactive plays go off. Now, that being said, Boundless Trap Hole and Solemn Warning are both great cards, but they really don't mean anything if you can't get rid of that Reaper on the board. Now, if you're playing against something like Chaos Dragons, that can be real important because the longer the game goes, the bigger advantage they'll have, and to the point where they just can combo off and kill you in one turn. Now, problems come up in really the format and the meta, not really in deck building, when a deck can be not just the fastest but also the biggest. Now, in our last video, we talked about how in creating your deck, you want to try to make sure it's faster or bigger than your opponents. But in some instances, like Dino Rabbit, the deck can be both the biggest and the fastest in the format. And it can get real chaotic when there are multiple decks who can boast of the same claim that it's both the biggest and the fastest. Now, just speaking about Dino Rabbit, like we already know that Dino Rabbit don't combo off like wind-ups or centric, and it doesn't really swarm the field like Samurai. So like it really makes its own special case to that rule because Dino Rabbit can just negate so much, pretty much anything you want to do. It basically tries to make sure that you cannot do more than them, and because of Lance, you can't put any bigger monsters than them on the field. So Dino Rabbit creates its own battle ceiling, what makes it an exception to the rule. So because it can negate so much, like no, I'm not gonna let you put that monster on the field, or I'm not gonna let you dark hold the field. It just puts the game state in a point that you can't do more than them, you can't attack over them. So that's really how they get its strength and its speed from. And you really have to look at your deck and the deck you're thinking about playing and testing, and how it can compete against the metal, and is it any special exceptions made in the deck you're trying to play. Now, problems also can come up when someone wants to be different only to be different. You're really sabotaging yourself. Now, I know everybody wants to be a Dragon Duelist girl or Richard Clark, being known to being one of the best players with a certain deck, or innovating or creating your own deck or deck build. But just annoying the fact that everybody else is doing something one particular way and you want to just do something else, you really now it's true, you also always want to stay with the purest amount of information, but just say out loud, why are you doing this different thing? Why don't you want to do what everybody else is doing? And if you have a reason that, hey, your playtesting show that deck X can beat deck B more than half the time, then that's fine. Then do that. But if you don't have a reason, then don't do it. You're really just sabotaging what you could be doing at those tournaments. That's just a trap people fall into. Everybody can be guilty at it at some point in time, but don't do it. If you want to do something different, just ask yourself why. Make sure you actually have a reason, and you just don't want to be different. Now, another trap people can fall into in creating decks is playing a deck that may not be good. Now, it kind of goes back to what I just said, but Dark Scorpions are okay. They're cute at times for a fun deck, but yeah, you go to a tournament, your opponent may not have anything in their side deck to stop that, but just the same, that the deck that they're playing would be tested and true. It went through tournaments after tournament. It's fine-tuned to do exactly what it needs to do. So even if your opponent don't have anything to stop what you're trying to do, their deck might just be faster than anything you want to do. So it doesn't matter that they don't have anything to stop it. Play what can give you the best chance at winning. Don't just play something that you want to play, or playing it just because nobody else plays it. Now, I say the last problem that people fall into in deck building is creating midnight brews. You know, the night before the tournament, the week before the tournament, or whatever, there might be a new article come out or a new video on YouTube saying that this combo is amazing, and you know, like, go with the purest amount of information. If your playtesting says that that card is good or that combo is good, that deck is good, then go with that. If not, then don't. And if it last minute, you only have a day, 2 days to either create a new deck, change your deck to accommodate this new combo, this new card, or whatever, then you're really hurting yourself because you're going into the tournament blind, so that what you did know is totally changed because you have to basically accommodate this new amount of information, and you didn't even give it a chance to see if this information was pure, if it was true. Now, that being said, if you go into the tournament and you don't do as well, you don't do that well at all, well, now you got to say, oh, well, it could have been this card, this combo I tried to incorporate into my deck. So now you have to go back into what you just was doing just to get a chance and with that. So always go with the purest amount of information. Don't create any of those midnight brews. And lastly, something that can help you out, just create a team. It don't have to be a real organized team, but something that, you and a group of people can do, get it together and talk about strategies and ideas and help bring each other up. You don't have to play against the person who just top 8 at the last YCS. Just help bring each other up. So both of y'all pushing the meta, it can help each other out. Now that's pretty much it for today's episode. Remember, I'm paying a life, so you don't have to. That being said, um, I'm going to try to put up the other video probably today, but